Okay, I'm back, y'all, and divinely grateful risings and happy 2025. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Y'all see it's some improvements in things and some improvements in things. If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. And if you're an OG, thank y'all so much for continuing to show up and support. Y'all make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. It's a new year. We have stepped into 2025. I'm finna told y'all couldn't even let me get the intro out first. Y'all couldn't even wait. Uno momento, because here goes speeding. Y'all couldn't let me get the intro out. Y'all, first of all, y'all ain't have to. Why y'all keep reminding me that that it had happened and stuff? Let me just go ahead and show y'all, because y'all know I talk with my hands, and so y'all, I ain't even much get to show y'all the nails, and I end up losing my whole nail. And so, anyway, it was my favorite one. Y'all didn't have to remind me why y'all had to come into 2025, reminding me of old stuff from 2024. Y'all, we in the book of Proverbs. I'm excited. Can y'all tell I'm excited? 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I know many of us went through some changes and some challenges, but we decreeing and declaring and claiming that 2025 gonna be lit all 2025. So this may come out just a few minutes late. I was gonna do it live, but I'm not. And y'all know I normally post at 11 o'clock, but I had to record some TikTok videos first. So make sure you go and tap in with me on TikTok at Touche Germaine. I'm going to try to put I think all my links are in my description box or somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, I did some quick 2025 messages, gave a scripture. I got a story to tell y'all, but we're going to do Proverbs 22, 23, and 24 first. And then I'm going to tell y'all what the Lord has said today. Okay. So, let's do it. Let's get to it. Like last year, love. Here we go. Proverbs 22. That's where we're at. Proverbs 22. Choose a good reputation over great riches, because your reputation is everything. Your reputation will speak for you, and you ain't even got to say anything. Choose a good reputation over great riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. When you got a good name, when people know that you're upright and you gonna do the right things, man, that'll get you into places and around people, into rooms that you never thought you would be qualified for. Your name, come on, drop that in the chat. My name qualified me. The rich and poor have this in common: the Lord made them both. A prudent person foresees danger. Y'all, my pen ain't working. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and a long life. Proverbs 22 and 4. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and a long life. Corrupt people walk a thorny, treacherous road. Whoever values life will avoid it. Direct your children onto the right path and leave when they and wait a minute. Direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. Just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrower is servant to the lender. Oh, drop this in the chat. I'm a lender and not a borrower in 2025. Sayings to the wise. Listen to the words of the wise, apply your heart to my instruction, for it is good to keep these sayings in your heart and always ready on your lips. I am teaching you today, yes, you, so you will trust in the Lord. I have written 30 sayings for you, filled with advice and knowledge. In this way, you may know the truth and take an accurate report to those who sent you. Don't rob the poor just because you can, or exploit the needy in court. For the Lord is their defender. He will ruin anyone who ruins them. Don't befriend angry people or associate with hot-tempered people, or you will learn to be like them and endanger your soul. Don't agree to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for someone else. If you can't repay it, even your bed will be snatched from you. Child, listen. Don't cheat your neighbor by moving the ancient boundary markers set up by previous generations. Do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. While dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. In the message, in the blink of an eye, wealth disappears, for it will sprout wings and fly away like an eagle. Don't eat with people who are stingy. Don't desire their delicacies. They are always thinking about how much it costs. Eat and drink, they say, but they don't mean it. You will throw up what little you've eaten, and your compliments will be wasted. Don't waste your breath on fools, for they will despise the wisest advice. Don't cheat your neighbor by moving the ancient boundary markers. Don't take the land of defenseless orphans. For the Redeemer is strong. He himself will bring their charges against you. Commit yourself to instruction. Listen carefully to words of knowledge. Don't fail to discipline your children. The rod of punishment won't kill them. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Physical discipline may well save them from death. My child, if your heart is wise, my own heart will rejoice. Everything in me will celebrate when you speak what is right. Don't envy sinners, but always continue to fear the Lord. You will be rewarded for this. Your hope will not be disappointed. My child, listen and be wise. Keep your heart on the right course. Do not carouse with drunkards or feast with gluttons, for they are on their way to poverty, and too much sleep clothes them in rags. Listen to your father who gave you life, and don't despise your mother when she is old. Get the truth and never sell it. Get also wisdom, discipline, and good judgment. The father of godly children has cause for joy. What a pleasure to have children who are wise. So give your father and mother joy. May she who gave birth to you be happy. Y'all, I just got some amazing news about my son right before I came on here, but more to come on that. Oh, my son, give me your heart. May your eyes take delight in following my ways. A prostitute, a strumpet, is a dangerous trap. A promiscuous woman is as dangerous as falling into a narrow well. Every time I read that, I hear that song, promiscuous girl, every time. Okay, I'm back. She hides and waits like a robber, eager to make men more unfaithful, or make more men unfaithful. Who has anguish? Who has sorrow? Who is always fighting? Who is always complaining? Who has unnecessary bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns trying out new drinks. Don't gaze at the wine, seeing how red it is, how it sparkles in the cup, how smoothly it goes down. For in the end, it bites like a poisonous snake, it stings like a viper. You will see hallucinations and you will say crazy things. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast. And you will say, they hit me, but I didn't feel it. I didn't even know it when they beat me up. When will I wake up so I can look for another drink? Not buy me a drink. Proverbs 24. Don't envy people or desire their company. Don't envy evil people or desire their company, for their hearts plot violence and their words always stir up trouble. A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with all sorts of precious riches and valuables. The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. So don't go to war without wise guidance. Victory depends on having many advisors. Wisdom is too lofty for fools. Among leaders at the city gate, they have nothing to say. A person who plans evil will get a reputation as a troublemaker. The schemes of a fool are sinful. Everyone detests a mocker. If you fail under pressure, your strength is too small. Don't fail. We're not failing under pressure. None 2025. 2024 was big pressure, and guess what? We didn't fail. Drop that in the chat. We didn't fail. Rescue those who are unjustly sentenced to die. Save them as they stagger to their death. Don't excuse yourself by saying, look, we didn't know. For God understands all hearts and he sees you. Come on, drop that in the chat. He sees me. He who guards your soul knows you knew. He will repay all people as their actions deserve. He see me and he sees us and he sees them too, right? My child, eat honey, for it is good, and the honeycomb is sweet to the taste. In the same way, wisdom is sweet to your soul. If you find it, you will have a bright future and your hopes will not be cut short. Don't wait in ambush at the home of the godly, and don't raid the house where the godly live. The godly may trip 7 times, but they will get up again. Put it in the chat. I'm going to get up again. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to get up again. But one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. See, that's what be happening, right? People be giving up when the trials and the tests and the stuff, the situations that the Lord take us through get too hard. That's why the Lord has to test us to make sure that we're not going to give up when the road gets too difficult, when things start to get too challenging, right? Don't rejoice when your enemies fall. Don't be happy when they stumble, for the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn his anger away from them. Don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out. My child, fear the Lord and the king. Don't associate with rebels, for disaster will hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the king? More sayings of the wise. Here are some further sayings of the wise. It is wrong to show favoritism when passing judgment. A judge who says to the wicked, "You are innocent," will be cursed by many people and denounced by the nations. But it will go well for those who convict the guilty. Rich blessings will be showered on them. An honest answer is like a kiss of friendship. Do your planning and prepare your fields before building your house. Come on, it's planning time. I hope we're gonna talk about it in a second. Y'all remind me that I feel like the Lord is giving all of us a very direct plan for how we finna move in 2025. Don't testify against your neighbors without cause. That's false witness, right? Don't lie about them. And don't say, now I can pay them back for what they've done to me. I'll get even with them. I walked by the field of a lazy person, the vineyard of one with no common sense. I saw that it was overgrown with nettles, it was covered with weeds, and its walls were broken down. Then, as I looked and thought about it, I learned this lesson. A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. The end. Okay, the end. Yeah, we ain't got time. I will say this. So first, y'all don't know this, but you might. I hadn't recorded for like a week, right? This is my first time actually even doing a video since one day last week. Since I don't even know. I think I recorded that last video around the 23rd or 24th. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's it. Because I wasn't going to take any old energy into this new 2025. So this is my first time recording in probably like a week or so. Because the Lord called me to rest. He was like, listen, I know you be wanting to, because y'all know, if you know me, then y'all know I be on go. I be trying to get stuff done, and I just keep on. And the Lord said, no, I want you to take a week. I want you to take a week of rest. So let me just tell y'all how that was like reiterated by the Lord, right? Well, he didn't have to do it. Y'all didn't have to laugh. They didn't laugh at me, but they was like, we told you, we said what we said, y'all. The way that I messed this fingernail up, the same day that I did this particular set, y'all know my nails be 2 different colors on 2 different hands, right? Because this hand had messed up. Anyway, I'm back. Listen, I went to the gym and I wasn't even on something that was using my hands. I literally was getting on the hip adductor machine and getting ready to work on these thighs, child. And my thumb, some kind of way, I don't know how, some kind of way, my finger hit the thing, and all of a sudden, y'all, my whole nail came up, like the whole thing. And I was like, OMG. And so I couldn't really do anything for a couple of days, exercise or nothing, because y'all, as long as I've been wearing nails, even before this, I ain't never had that happen before. And so I literally have this is one of the, only the second day that I hadn't had a Band-Aid on it. I'm about to put one back on there, but it was like just rest, right? So that was one thing. And then the Lord just called me to rest. So if the Lord tell you to go ahead and get you some rest, get you some rest, because it really is in that time that he's going to be able to give you. We just talked about that plan, your strategy for how we step in with confidence into our 2025. That's what we're talking about today. And look at this. Now, this was crazy. I hadn't used these cards in so long, right? But for those of you, if you know, if you have the Clarity Tarot deck, this is the same thing that I used on the Ace of Pentacles in the Clarity Tarot deck. We might have to use it just to see. I got to take it because it's at the bottom, because that is making me think of the Ace of Pentacles, and because it is making me think about an investment. What are you going to invest your time, your tea into this 2025? Your time, your effort, your attention. I do know for many of us, especially with this Capricorn new moon, as we're in Capricorn season, this was the end of the year, and right now is the time for you to create your strategy, for you to create your blueprint for how you're going to move forward. Now, you ain't got to go run and tell everybody, but this is the day. Today is the day, 1/1/2025, to plant your seed. Okay. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Baby, I've been making plans. We got big plans. Drop that in the chat. I got big plans for my future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. So these are kind of like money cards. We gonna pull, just because it's a 2025 message, I'm not in a rush for this. I want to make sure that we got everything that we need to know to set our 2025 up to be prosperous, to be abundant, and set us on the right path. With this coming up like the Ace of Pentacles, today is the day to plant the seed. Today is the day to make sure that you're saying like, okay, this how I'm moving. This is my strategy. And if you don't know your strategy, message, come on, Lord. If you don't know your strategy, then make sure that you go to the Lord and be like, hey, Daddy, I got to know how I'm supposed to be moving, because I kid y'all not, I ain't got time. I told the Lord this morning, I got a story to tell y'all. So I told the Lord this morning, and really last night, ain't no going backwards. I ain't got time. Some of you may be having this feeling of, I gotta win. I have to win. I can't afford to keep making the same mistakes. I can't afford to keep going down the wrong roads. And so for some of you, I know that's what I told the Lord last night. I was like, Daddy, I don't even know if I have anything left. If this doesn't work, if this plan, because yes, I have my own plan and my own directions that the Lord has given me for how I'm going to be moving forward. And I was like, Daddy, if this don't work, I don't know if I have anything left. And so some of you may be at that point where you just like, this has to be it, because I'm tired, right? And so as we're coming into 2025, starting today, we have to be very intentional. This is really, come on, Spirit, about writing your vision and making it plain and knowing how you are going to, like, this is putting a practical plan into action. Come on, taking action. This is putting up your message. This is you putting, hey, Jay Kazi, this is you putting your practical plan into action. The Lord has given me a very practical plan, and it almost, come on, Spirit, sometimes it feels like you can only get one step at a time, or like the Lord will only bless you with one step at a time. For me, and maybe hopefully for some of you as well, the Lord is allowing you to see, maybe instead of one step, he's allowing you to see maybe 2 or 3 or either 4 or 5. Like you can actually see like, okay, if I go ahead and do this and accomplish this and get this done, you can actually see based upon your past experiences and also about where you're like your assignment, your mission, which hopefully most of y'all have already talked to the Lord about. You can see where it could possibly take you, but still just allowing the Lord to show you the rest of, like, when you get there, he'll show you the rest of where you're getting ready to go. But if that hadn't happened for you, then this is the time to sit down with the Lord, and that time of rest, like I just told y'all about, really allowed me to say, and since the 15th, for real, and I even woke up last night, y'all, the Lord, I was up at 12:15 for whatever reason. Well, because I went to sleep. I wasn't up I was up when it hit the new year, but it was like that new moon in Gemini, I mean the full moon in Gemini, the beginning of Capricorn season was really when the plan started to take place and formulate. So pay attention to what the Lord is giving you, especially right now, because baby, this is about these seeds we got to plant. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what else happened this morning. So this and y'all know I have this in my journal. I'm gonna show it to y'all before we pull any more cards. I don't know who needs this, because I needed it this morning and I received it this morning. So I was not planning on using the preparation for the promise deck today, because I just used it to record videos. So this morning I get up and it's the first of the year. And so I always, whenever it's a new year or a major shift, I always do communion for 7 days. So today was my first day, was day 7 of communion for me. I mean, day 1 of 7 for communion. And so I did my communion this morning. And so and then after communion, I prayed. And when I got done praying, I said, okay, let me pull my card for myself. I was like, I don't know if this is going to be my card for the year, for the day, the month of the year, but whatever it is, Lord, I receive it. And so, kid y'all not, and I put it up because I've already used the deck today, but I kid y'all not. I actually, instead of me just reaching over and pulling the card out, I got the preparation for the promise deck out. I shuffled it real good. And I was like, okay, Lord, what's my word? And so, y'all, I kid you not, the card that I ended up getting was the number 426 card, which y'all already know 426 means God. And it speaks to Isaiah 42:6. And it says, I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness. I will take hold of your hand. I will keep you and will make you to be a covenant for the people and a light for the Gentiles. Y'all, I just started crying. Look, of course I journaled it. I wrote number 426 because I was just like, oh my God, like, Daddy, you really heard me. And so no sooner then I did that, then that happened. I sat here, cried, gave my gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for listening and, confirming for me that you heard me. So that's my scripture, of course, for I'm taking it for the whole year. Okay. But in addition to that, some of y'all might remember the number 42 had been showing up just like over and over and over. The number 42 means holiness. I looked it up again. It means holiness. It means gracious. And so I said, when the Lord gave me 42:6, y'all, it never even dawned on me or crossed my mind to go read Isaiah 42. Never even thought about it that way. But I kid y'all not, in this Bible, which the same one we use today, this is the NLT. Y'all, I had to rig it up. If you know, you know. Anyway, I'm back. I had to so I went and I was like, well, let me go look up and read Isaiah 42. Wasn't even thinking about the number 42. All of that to say, y'all, the title of Isaiah 42, the Lord's chosen servant. So this is about, for some of you, this message, I feel like, will be some confirmation that the Lord has given you your directions. He has given you your instructions. He has given you what it is that was that the crystal ball? He has given you the future. He has given you your vision for the future, y'all. I saw it on the cut. This says, plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Lord, you better say it. Are we not talking about what we're planning for our 2025? Let's see what else. This is going to be so good. Y'all is ready. Child Spirit Nim said, hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Williams, 27 message. Okay. The Lord is giving you your blueprint. So hopefully this message will give you some indication or just kind of trigger something for you, or either maybe it's just you going to have a talk with the Lord about, okay, Lord, what is it? Where are we going? We have ups and downs that's coming in next. This says your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. This is not Stairway to Heaven. That gives me the 7 of Cups in the Clarity Tarot deck. I feel like we're going to have to use it to clarify some of these. So just know this. our future, we have to go through ups and downs, y'all. We have to go through things that you life still got the life a little bit. Now, maybe it won't be as severe or as bad as something that you had to go through before. I know for me, my 2024, baby, I learned some hard lessons, but then there are other things that could have been worse than they were in 2024. But it's not like life is always going to be perfect. We still gonna have to go through and experience some things, but just know that even if you have your periods of stagnation, God is still working behind the scenes when you feel like ain't nothing working, okay, or ain't nothing moving forward. Let's clarify the investment card. Timing. Okay, this says it's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make the decision. Well, let's see what the other card is going to be. So this is about divine timing. For some of you, the Lord is going to tell you exactly. Some of y'all might just be waiting because this is coming up in the past position. There may be a seed that you have already planted. Look, and progress came out with it. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. So some of you, there's something, and number one, can we talk about the desert? For some of you, this is like slow and steady progress. Maybe this is just your time to plant a seed, but not your time to move. Okay, what time is on this clock? Looks like 4:50, 4:51, something like that. So anyway, this may be a time for you to just plant the seeds and not necessarily be making a lot of progress. And that's for all of us, because we don't want to move in this season. We're not moving hastily in this season. We're actually, come on, God, we have to have a plan, y'all. And one thing that I have been notoriously guilty about is making impulsive decisions. And one of the things, that's why the Lord has had to teach me patience. He has had to teach me how to wait on him, and just because it's almost like, I will say this, it wasn't my plan, his plan, it was my plan. So when I say I've made like spontaneous or hasty message decisions, it wasn't his plan, it was my plan that I was trying to make happen. And so I shifted that. Most of y'all know this. When I released the nursing license thing, that was me moving impulsively and trying to move ahead of the Lord. And that is a sit down somewhere. So since then, which happened over the summer for me, I haven't been moving like that. I just been allowing the Lord to bring me what he wants me to have. I've been allowing him to show me a better way to do things. But it took me to have to learn that lesson a few times, which means like I lost out on money. Because I was trying to move ahead of the Lord. So for some of you, it's about learning that and just like being like, man, let me let the Lord show me what he wants me to do to save us time, to save mistakes, to save us from going down a road that we don't necessarily need to travel. Because many of us, that's what ended up happening. We'll go down a road that wasn't really a part of our future. What do we have? Oh, come on. Something's finna speed up. Look, offerings at the bottom of the deck. Now, let me just show y'all. We went, so some of you, because didn't I say this is coming up in the past position? So some of you have planted a seed, and as we were talking about, maybe it's been like slow and steady. This is coming up in the past. What's coming up in the present? Things are getting ready to pick up speed. This says you'll be leaving a job suddenly or getting one very quickly, or your work may change dramatically in a short time. Go with the flow. I feel like your future is coming in fast. If you have taken some time, and if you haven't, it is not too late to do this. But if you will take some time and just sit down and really say, this is where I'm going. This is because the Lord has already given us the vision. And if he hasn't given, maybe he hasn't given you the whole thing, but he's giving you enough to get started. He's giving you enough to just take a step and say, I may not know everything, but I know one thing that I can do. Whatever that thing is, go and do it, because it's almost like as soon as you take that one step, everything else is just good. It's going to start picking up speed. I kid y'all not. This is something the Lord has been showing me, that where you felt like maybe you had that season of rest, because remember, this is like giving rest. This is giving this slow. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off. Things felt like it was taking forever. I feel like the Lord is getting ready to decrease time. He's getting ready to start making things pick up speed. Killing thing is, I keep seeing this little rabbit over in the neighborhood, and rabbits for me are about abundance as well. So it feels like somebody's future getting ready to manifest. What y'all said? And ready. Y'all, Spirit and them been on it. I kid you not. My pop-up been showing up deep. So this is about you also knowing that you got protection in this next season. He been coming through more so, I think, than anybody else. Some of you, the answers, the key at the bottom of the deck. So of course you could be moving. For others of you, this is about receiving a lot of answers, a lot of communication. You could be receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of wisdom. Just make sure that you're writing things down. I should have kept the key. Yeah, child. This is, look, the adventure card up under that. So we getting ready to see it, but I feel like things are getting ready to, like, your 2025, by the time you look up, you're gonna be like, man, where did the time go? Because when the Lord really starts to make things happen and make moves, you're gonna be on go. So I feel like right now things are getting ready to start picking up speed for some of y'all. What else? For some of y'all, you have the great match. This says you are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be true. Message. And come on, Harbor. So for some of you, this is about like, okay, which part y'all want to talk about? Like the ups and downs. Let's say you're starting a new business. They say that may be your plan for 2025. Know this. Everything is going to come with ups and downs. Everything is going to come with, whether it's a relationship, whether it's friendships, whether it's businesses, whatever it is, life is going to still be lifing. And so you're going to have to go through some difficult and some challenging times, but it's worth doing because what the Lord is giving you, child, is worth having. So you got to just keep on moving forward. Even there going to be some times when you feel like giving up. I don't listen to a lot of people, y'all know that, but like I see different stuff, and everybody always is of this opinion. And I had this talk with the Lord the other day. I said, Daddy, I was like, people, it's an unrealistic expectation to think that everything is always going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It is also unrealistic to tell people that you should just be happy all the time, or that you shouldn't experience emotions and feelings and things as you're going through life's ups and downs. That's not realistic, right? And so for some of you, it's like you understanding that the Lord needs you to go through those periods, those ups and downs, because that's when you grow. He needs you to even go through periods of stagnation, because sometimes in that stagnation, like back here, it's actually when you make the most progress. Why? Because even if you're not moving, come on, gifts, that's when he can improve your gifts. That's when he can spend more time with you. You may feel like you're being stagnant, but sometimes the Lord may be slowing you down so that you can learn, so that you can advance, so that you can elevate, so that you can spend more time with him. So one thing that I definitely learned in 2024 is to look at every experience, even when I feel like things are not moving in the speed that I want them to. There's always something that you can be doing, even when in the downtime, even when you feel like you're being stagnant. What can you learn from that stagnation? Is it that you need to put in more effort? Is it a time for you to slow down and really create a plan, or create or let the Lord show you exactly what the next step is, so that you don't rush into something, so that you don't try to move ahead? There's always something we can learn in every experience. This says you're uncovering new talents that will land you new work and get a better position. You could get more money with the deal as well. Okay. Like I said, these are kind of money oriented, but I feel like that I'm reading these in the vein of, this is just life, y'all. This is just life, our future, us planning for our future, our new beginnings. Hey, sweet and sassy, that we want to create in our lives, how we want to see ourselves moving forward. If you anything like me, you might be 21 plus tax, child. So we definitely are in a season where we just like, yeah, we got to make sure that we're accomplishing some stuff, because who has time to not be accomplishing the things that we want to see happen in our lives? Okay, so let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's clarity it and see what we got. The investment, timing, and progress. Let's see what we got, y'all. What y'all said. Yeah. Now, y'all, You wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it if I wasn't able to show. Now, y'all just heard me shuffle these cards and look, message, what's on the cut. To click. What you say, Lord? You had said to clarity. I'm releasing this today, by the way. To clarity, the what, Lord? What you had said? You had said to clarity, the Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Message. Hey, Tina B. That's the ancestors name. Y'all know we love bees. Them my ancestors. Manifested. Okay, manifestation. Seed planted. Opportunity. New beginnings. Possibility. Establishing security. New investment. Potential. Prosperity and a fresh start. Drop this in the chat. I received my fresh start, Lord. I received my new beginning. Today is 1-1. Look at these ones. Aces are ones. Aces are seeds. Aces are new beginnings. Y'all, I can't make it up. I receive it. Y'all have meant that in y'all spirituals. Y'all better pay attention to what Spirit and them telling you. I kid y'all not. After the Lord gave me that number 426 this morning, I said, oh, baby, you can't tell me the Lord ain't with me. You can't tell me. And I cried, y'all. I did. I cried because like I told the Lord, I say, Daddy, I'd be so grateful for you to just, it's not that the Lord ain't always speaking to you or that he's not always there, but it ain't nothing like getting that confirmation from the Lord. Like he heard me, y'all, because I kid you not, I had just got done. And some of y'all are, come on, Spirit, you're getting ready to receive that confirmation. You're getting ready to, come on, Spirit, you're getting ready to receive the Lord saying, hey, I heard you. Y'all, I had just done communion. I had just prayed. I had just asked for anointing. Like part of my communion prayer has a lot to do with my anointing and my assignment. Oh, come on, God, I got to chill. And so I had just got done praying that, y'all. And then I got done. Then I did my regular just praying like, Lord, I just want to thank you and worship, and just did that. And then I say, let me pull this card, y'all. And the number 426 came out, and I just had to sit for a second and just say, and I journaled it. I wrote it. I was like, and this is what I said. I said, I kid you not, at the time I finished praying, I didn't tell y'all this, but I said, I kid you not, at the time I finished praying, the sun started shining on my face from right over these trees. And I heard in my spirituals that this is the year of answered prayers. 2025 is the year of answered prayers. I said, God is listening. And this was at 8. Matter of fact, y'all, this is why I can't even make it up, because this was at 8:28. This was all this morning. This was at 8:28, Romans 8:28. God is listening. And he just confirmed that for me. He heard me. He heard my communion prayer. He heard my renewal of my contract and covenant with him. That's what I wrote this morning, because when the Lord gave me that number and he gave me 426, and I was just like, oh my God, Daddy, you heard me, like you were listening. And so I gave gratitude, because I was like, he took time out of his visit and everything he got going on to come and just confirm for me that he heard me renewing my contract and my covenant with him, y'all. So it was important for me. It was like, and I want, and I had to thank him, because it's such a blessing to have that relationship with the Lord. And so for those of you who, this is the day, okay, this is the day to sit down. And I can't say how the Lord will talk to you or speak to you or give you your confirmation, but I hope this is it. But he will give you your confirmation to let you know, like, okay, prayers received, okay, prayers received, and now they finna be answered. So just know, some of you getting ready to have a new opportunity to invest. Someone may be coming in to invest in your future, invest in you. This is about you being invested in your future as well. Right. The future is very bright. Thank y'all. I feel like the future is very bright. The Lord is really putting us on target for what it is that he sent us here to do. So I received the Ace of Pentacles. Thank you, Lord. Right, for the confirmation. Let's see the future. We have the 4. Oh no, that y'all said that wasn't the future. Oh, this goes back here with this. Okay, my bad. So then we talk about resting. Come on, God, the 4 swords coming out. Meditation, messages from spirit, rest, relaxation, recovery, divine communication. Remember, we were just talking about like things being slowed down, or maybe you felt like the Lord wasn't listening. Maybe you felt like he wasn't talking to you. There are times when we feel like we're not hearing from God, at least for me. And so message for him to come on 420, for him to come through and just say, hey, I heard you, right? So this is also about you giving him that time with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation. It's a card of prayer for me. It's a card of stillness. It's a card of divine communication. So it was him planting a seed for me to Dizzy, okay, today, to let me know, like, hey, I heard you, but I had to slow down. I had to be still. I had to be receptive. I had to pray. I had to give him that time. So make sure that you are giving the Lord the time that he deserves, and he's going to give you the answers that you need. For some of you, come on, Spirit, this is going to be how he's going to let you know what you need to invest in for your future. What's going to be the right route for you. For some of you, it's also him showing you about the gifts that are going to be unlocked for you in 2025. Some of you may be receiving something unexpectedly. You just got to take it how it resonates in your spirituals, y'all. We all got different stuff that's going on, different stuff we're praying for, different things that we need the Lord to confirm for us, because only you know what you got going on in your life. But for whoever needs this message today, look, Judgment, 8 of Pentacles on the cut. Today is a day where I feel like many of you may be receiving that confirmation or renewing your covenant, your contract with the Lord, child, with your assignment, with your gifts, or however the Lord is asking you to show up in this season. Okay, here we go. Now we can do the future. Yeah, child, y'all have meant that. Look at the butterfly, y'all. Here we go. The 8 of Swords coming out with the future. It fell on top of the fast changes card. 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you right now, if you feel like some of y'all, you may be in the process of releasing a mindset that you can't do anything. And as soon as you release the mindset of, or maybe it's you keeping yourself in a stuck pattern, mental entrapment, victim mindset, confusion, stuck, bound, stagnation. I'm telling you right now, the Lord is setting you free. Drop that in the chat. He's releasing me. He's releasing you. Come on, Spirit. He's releasing you to run. He's releasing you to move forward. And for some of y'all, this is like tension that's getting ready to be released from you as well. I kid y'all. Oh, that's the 12:15 energy. Thank y'all. Y'all sure just said that. So let me tell y'all what happened at 12:15. Remember, I just mentioned it, but this ain't even got nothing to do with like the full moon and Capricorn energy. Let me tell y'all what happened at 12:15 this morning. So I had woke up about, I don't know, maybe about 11:45, because I went to sleep, y'all. I was sleeping like 8:30. Don't be judging me, child. We be sleep, don't it? And so I went to sleep, and so I ended up waking up at about 11:45. And so I stayed up until I stayed up after that, because I was like, okay, I want to be up when it turns 2025. So I stayed up. Kid y'all not, come on, 11:11. At 12:15, and I didn't have my phone message. I didn't have my phone in my hand at the time. I had put it down. And so it was exactly 12:15, and I started saying out loud, but I didn't know it until I picked my phone back up. I had started saying out loud, I started cutting cords, just speaking it, praying it. And I was just praying it. I was like, I cut these cords and energetic attachments from this life and the next, from this, like I started cutting cords. And so right at that moment, y'all, I picked my phone up, and it was 12:15. So that is what's coming through message. Hey, Carla. I used to know a girl with that exact name. Anyway, I'm back. But a different middle name. Anyway, I'm back. So like, y'all, when I say you gonna cut some cords, because some of y'all, can we just say this and acknowledge this? We left some stuff. We left some stuff in 2025 and 2024. It's some folks that didn't get the 2025 memo. And in my life, if you didn't get the 2025 memo, then that means you wasn't included in my 2025. And there's no disrespect to that, but you just got to know when it's some stuff that be holding you back and keeping you stuck. And child, we ready to run. We ready for things to start moving forward. We ready to start creating this future that we want, deserve, and desire. So for some of you, this is like me cutting these cords at 12:15 this morning. No, I'm cutting. If you didn't get the 2025 memo from me, that means you didn't make it to my 2025. And that's it. because everybody can't go. So for some of you, you getting ready to release yourself for what and why. Release yourself. Be cool. My name's Touche. Yeah, and I'm a Leo. That wasn't even meant. You're right. Shout out, cheerleaders. Don't be judging me. Listen, it's some folks that just wasn't. They didn't make the cut. Okay, they didn't make the cut into 2025. And there's no disrespect there. And I wish everybody the best, but I got some work to do and I got somewhere to be, and I ain't got time to be holding on to anything that's trying to hold on to me. Does that make sense? And so I cut some cords, y'all, 12:15 this morning. So some of y'all, you need to go talk to the Lord, say, Lord, Daddy, because I did. Archangel Michael, that's the big homie. Archangel Michael, I need you to help me cut these cords and release these old attachments, baby, because I had to leave that energy in 2024. Okay, so let's clarify the future, because now things are, which one? Now, okay, we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but I'm gonna show y'all because they want the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords together. Don't be afraid. Some of y'all, this is worry, fear, anxiety about you. Some of y'all, this is about what? Being afraid to let go because you don't know what's coming. Baby, you got to let go anyway and trust God in this season. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna let go and trust God. I'm gonna let go and trust God. Yes, let go and let God, but let go and trust God. Because for some of you, you got didn't I say something about escape? An escape route, and this is a card of escapism, right? Don't feel guilty about the things that you have to let go of in order to create the best future for yourself, because this is the thing, can't nobody live your life for you. Can't nobody look, hey Mimi girl, can't nobody. Yeah, you're right, because we got to get to this 10 of Pentacles. We got to get to this wealth. Some of you, this is about releasing the baggage it's baggage. Okay. So for some of you, yes, sometimes it can be a little scary to let go of things because things are so familiar, but we got to prosper in 2025. We have to make better decisions in 2025, and we're going to do that. And sometimes there are people that are just not ready. Come on, God, to go on this journey with you. They got to go do their work. And some people ain't ready for $1 million status. Some people don't have $1 million ideas. Some people can't see $1 million in their future. But guess what? I can see multiple millions in my future. Receive that. I can see multiple millions in my future. I'm too busy trying to create this generational and this ancestral wealth. I don't have time to keep myself stuck with anyone with stuck energy. And this is no disrespect to anybody, but everybody's just not ready to move forward. And you got to be okay with letting people go who ain't ready to move with you, because they got to, come on, you better catch up or keep up. This is that energy if I have ever seen it. Okay. You got to catch up. You're going to either have to keep up or you're going to have to catch up, because I'm not slowing down. Come on, 2025. I'm not slowing down in 2025 because I took too much time to get. For many of us, let's keep it a buckles, right? We took too much time. Now, mind you, we had to go through it, but there were some things that we could have been done, but we slowed ourselves down because maybe we made the wrong decisions, or we did some things. And had we just sat down, hey, Patricia, if we had just sat down and listened at the Lord when he told us to sit down somewhere and let him do his good work, we could have saved ourselves some steps. Realize this, y'all. We, a lot of times, can create delays in our future. What you say, Touche? We can create delays. Drop this in the chat. I'm not creating any delays for myself. So if that means I got to let go, if that means if I got to do it scared, if that means, because I ain't got time for any more delays. I don't have any, and I don't have time. There are some delays that are unavoidable, but if it's a delay that's gonna happen, it's because the Lord is creating it and not me. Does that make sense? So we got M's to put our hands on, and we meant that all 2025. Leaving a legacy, ancestors, contracts, generational wealth, abundance, inheritance. That's up here with this investment card, child. We got a future to build. What else? We received that. Y'all show said a child, because the ancestors them said they was not playing about. That's what my papa talk about. He was, for some of y'all, I just need y'all to know, like, you don't even realize what you getting ready to step into. Moving into your future. The 6 of Swords. This is moving on, letting go. Moving on, letting go. For some of you, it's like the worst is over. This is releasing emotional baggage, travel, Relocation, yes, some of you may definitely be relocating, to being divinely guided, overcoming obstacles, overcoming hardship. Some of you, it's written for you already to have these new beginnings, to have these blessings. And this is about you. Look, new relationships, networks, collaborations, 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is like you knowing, look, and there go my pawpaw right there. I can't make this up under that. When I just talked, look, I love you, pawpaw. I called him. I called him earlier, y'all, because he been showing up just like a lot. And so, and I've showed all this before, but my pawpaw, first of all, I did not mention this, but let me mention this as well. Remember, I told y'all that I pulled the number 426 for myself. That was the card that I pulled. When I looked at the bottom of the deck, when I got the 426 card, the number 317 was on the bottom of the deck. That's his number for me. That's my pawpaw's number. And so, just all day today, I kind of just been feeling him around, and I called him for a second, and he was just like, you're going to be all, he was like, you're going to be all right. And so for some of you, this is your ancestors and them saying, yeah, we moving you. It's some lesson, whatever you graduated from, your 2025 is shaping up so much. Come on, Spirit, even better than you think. It's like, you are the, come on, not you are the future, but you really are the future for your bloodline. And sometimes that's a big yoke and it's a big responsibility, but this is about you knowing that your spirit names, your ancestors, come on, God, your ancestors, like the Lord created you for this. He created you to carry this assignment, to be the one who's going to save your generational, your bloodline, right? The ancestors. He created you so that you're the one who is going to be the one who rescues your entire bloodline. Does that make sense? Building an empire, financial windfall, like there, it's like, yes, they paved the way for you to be the one to complete this task, if that makes sense. I don't know who needs that, but just know that your spirit names are helping you to create this future. And that for a lot of you, it feels like it's just because you decided to step into it and embrace it and really say, I can do this. And your 2024 was a testament to your strength, because this could have been the time when you really turned to the Lord. This could have been the time where you allowed him, come on, God, to show you the strategy of how you're going to get to this. For many of you, that is what is happening. Come on, Lord. This is what you're giving. He's giving you. He's showing you your future, because he's showing you how you're going to break the generational curses, how you're going to create the generational wealth, how you're going to impact the people who you've been assigned to serve. So yes, for many of you, it includes being a multimillionaire. That ain't everybody's assignment, but if it's your assignment, then the Lord has already given it to you. So now he's giving you strategy. He's giving you your blueprint. He's giving you wisdom. It's not easy. You can listen to any successful person getting your hands on your first million, building your first business. None of it came easy for anybody. And so for many of you, it's like, if you're just starting out on it, it's understanding that there are going to be ups and downs. If you're in the middle of the process, this is about you like knowing that you are going to continue on this path, and that the Lord is going to give you everything you need to create the success. But just make sure that you're taking the time to listen, and then take action when he gives you divine instruction. The Lovers, of course, talks about commitment, balance, the crossroads, kingdom spouse. Yes, some of you could have a new relationship that's coming in, new business partnerships, friendships, collaboration, having fun, celebration, soul tribe. Yes, they're aligning new connections, destiny helpers, and people that are going to be able to help you to move into your next season as well, help you to advance and elevate in your next season. You moving on from whatever was. It's no more. You graduated and you're moving on. Let's clarity this ups and downs in a great match. I receive it, y'all, because y'all showed they did, y'all. Spirit them been showing out. Y'all been showing out, but I receive it, man. Like it was a long year, but it's been a successful year. 11/22, and 11/27. Y'all, my clock is wrong. Check your clocks. I don't know. My clock is like 5 minutes fast. on my car versus on my phone. So anyway, okay, let's clear it. Yes, some of you might have a person that's coming in the future, so you can be prepared for that as well. But I feel like there are people coming in right now. For this, like right now, y'all mean like collaborations. There go to the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There may be people coming in right now that are going to help you to really build your future. Networking, of course, the Three of Cups is a card of networking. So just be sure to like put on a happy face and go out. And I feel like some of you may have some networking opportunities that are coming in as well. Message, hey, Sin. Some of you have some networking opportunities that are coming in. Experiences that you like, just different things. I feel like some of you are getting ready to step into new places and new rooms, and the Lord talked to me about that last night when I was praying before I went to sleep. It's like he's putting you in the right places and spaces. Just know that everywhere that the Lord has you to put your foot is going to be an opportunity. So use every opportunity that the Lord is giving you in 2025 and make the best of it. Okay. What is this? Well, let's do ups and, oh Lord, the world. Didn't I just tell y'all that I just got some good news about my son? Justice, the world and justice card. This, of course, talks about karma. This is like positive karmic return. Didn't I say, we're not just talking about graduating a lesson? This could have been a spiritual lesson. Doesn't have to be. This could have been a money test, like a money lesson for real, for real. Maybe now the Lord knows that he can trust you with abundance, with wealth, with prosperity. Maybe he knows now he can trust you in relationships, and this could be work or otherwise. Like you could have been a strumpet. I ain't trying no judgment. All of us done had little strumpetism in them in our spirituals. Well, not everybody. I did. Well, I can talk about me because who gonna check me? Yeah, some years ago, I might have had a little strumpet in my spirituals, but that was who I used to be. Okay, not the Jezebel spirit. That's not who we are. So many of us, we have had to go through that season where we had to get that out of our spirituals, right? Y'all got jokes. Y'all get on my nervous system. I ain't studying y'all. Anyway, I'm back. But now that you done got that out the way, okay. Now that you done got that out your spiritual, so some of you, like, you may be ready now. You may be prepared now for your kingdom spouse, your person that you have been the Lord has been preparing you for. Okay, for some of y'all, it could have took for you to release this, whatever this is, in order for something not like rabbits, child. Some of y'all might have had to sit down on them credentials. You had to sit on down on them. I'm not here to judge, okay? I'm not here to judge. But sometimes the Lord will make you sit down on them credentials so you won't be giving them to everybody, okay? He has done it to me. Like, I wasn't giving it to everybody, but let's say maybe you met somebody and you gave them the credentials too early, too soon. I'm just saying, you got to, because what we not finna do is, like, y'all know, we keep it a buckles over here. So baby, you might have to sit down on them credentials and know your worth and your value and know how valuable them credentials it's expensive. Okay. It's expensive. So some of you might have had to learn that lesson. I mean, it is what it is. So now that you graduated that lesson and you just ain't out here giving everybody none, that may have been your test, right? So for some of you, that's your preparation for your person. For others of you, this is whatever you've learned, whatever the Lord took you through, baby, you finna start seeing the positive results. We claiming that all 2025. You getting ready to start seeing it. Okay. This talks about fairness, integrity, honesty, authenticity. Show up all 2025 and be who you are. Okay. Do not worry about what other people gonna say. They talked about Jesus. You think they're not gonna talk about you? You just got to show up and be you. Be you and do you. Boo. Okay. Be you and do you. Accomplishment, achievement, travel. 2 cards of travel and relocation. Can we just talk about that real quick? Somebody might definitely be moving. I talked about that the other day. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. Let's talk about ups and downs and the great match. Here we go. Oh, perspective, enlightenment. We have the Hanged Woman that's coming in. On pause, on purpose, stagnation, procrastination, sacrifice, letting go, surrender. This is 2 cards talking about that as well, because the 6 of Swords is right there. It's just like, hey, surrender it. Let it go. Don't expect it to be perfect as well. I feel like for some of you, one of the main lessons that you've had to learn is that it's going to take work, and it's all about your perspective and how you look at it, how you embrace this new journey that the Lord is taking you on. gaining understanding and gaining wisdom that it's not going to be perfect, but it's not meant to. It's meant to have ups and downs. Life is meant to have ups and downs, but just enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, and whatever happens, just go with it. Just go with it, and just know you like be strengthened. Pray for strength if you need it. Being on this says you're on the verge of finding the perfect work, the perfect match, just everything coming together, y'all. I feel like this is culmination. I feel like this is things really just finally coming together in the way that we need it to come together. Look, the Knight of Swords, that's that rapid movement. That's that rabbit down here, fast changes. This is quick action, news travels fast, communication, ambitious. I want somebody to commit to this, that you're committed to your goals all 2025, that you're committed to your success all 2025, that you're not going to allow yourself to be distracted, because of course distractions are a big thing, that we're not going to allow ourselves to be distracted in this season, that anything that we know, and this is about a lesson, right? Because they're bringing this in, they're bringing up this Eight of Swords, and the Justice card is all about truth and honesty. So you got to be honest and keep it 100 with yourself about the things that you know keep you bound, keep you stuck, whether it's you, whether it's people, whether it's a mindset, whatever it is, like being honest about the things that you know are a distraction, keep you stuck and keep you stagnant, and making a commitment that you're not going to give those things the same energy in this new year. That's going to be important for someone, because that's one of the lessons that I feel like many of you have had to learn. Like, when someone or something keeps you held back, and it's like the Lord saying, are you done? Right? Are you done yet? So some of you might be in the process of that happening right now. Come on, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Let's clarify this gifts card, because I think, with the clarity is real. We receive it, and then we finna be done. Y'all know normally I don't use 3 decks, but now look. Message. Hey, Shanika, on the cut. Matthew 6:33. Y'all want to know something that I can't make up? I love the Lord. Can we just drop that in the chat? I love the Lord. Yes. Where's my 20? Where's my yesterday? Guess what? My scripture was message on New Year's Eve. And I wrote it. I can't make this up. I reached over and pulled my scripture for today. Matthew 6:33. And on my widgets on my phone, for those of you who don't know, for all of my oracle cards, my tarot and oracle cards, you can get them in a digital download. And so I have 4 widgets on my phone, but 3 of them always show my cards, right? And so on my widget was John 16:33, Psalm 46:1, and the Prosperity Clarity card, which talks about money matters, abundance, manifestation, and improvement in finances and gratitude. Just saying. So let's clarify it. Look, listen and obey. Deuteronomy 20. Alignment. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Look, 28. That's so crazy. Now let me just show y'all this. Did I put it up? I did. I just said listen and obey, because that was the card. When I picked these up, a couple of them were still on the ground, or still on the table. And why Deuteronomy 28:12 and 28:13? This one was listen and obey. If you listen to these commands of the Lord your God that I'm giving you today, and if you carefully obey them, the Lord will make you the head and not the tail, and you will always be on top and never at the bottom. And then up under the Matthew 6:33 card was Deuteronomy 28:12. The Lord will send rain at the proper time from his rich treasury in the heavens, and will bless all the work you do. You will lend to many nations, but you will never need to borrow from them. He will make you the head and not the tail. Some of you need to go read Deuteronomy 28:12 and 13. Deuteronomy 28:12 and 13. Okay. That's going to be important for you, especially as we're going into this new year. So let's clear. That's all. I'm not going to use these, because we're going to use them in the next message that I got to record. And I don't. Yeah. So I guess that's all. somebody's in alignment to receive the blessings from the Lord, the blessings from heaven. Look, spiritual warfare, toxicity, negative. We're not even keeping that. I was gonna pull some more of these. I'm not. I'm finna go put this message out here. Y'all, it is going to be a fantastic and an amazing 2025. I want us to believe that. I want us to receive that. I want you to know that you are a good investment. Okay, just know this, and you are making great investments because the Lord is investing in you, his love, his mercy, his favor, his prosperity. And so as we're stepping into this 2025, just know, which one? We were supposed to clarify the gifts, give and take, courage up under that. You are the gift. I want you. So 2025, we're going into 2025 with a completely different mindset. We're going into 2025 with a mindset of expansion and growth and not making the same mistakes and not going through the same cycles and knowing the things that we've graduated from and knowing that we're not going to repeat the same things. Yes, the Lord is one. He wants to bless us exceedingly and abundantly, right? He wants us to give us the things that we've been praying for. He wants to give us the things we've been praying for. He wants us to have a better 25 than we had in 24. But it also starts with us. It starts with our faith. It starts with our belief that we can accomplish. It starts with us taking actions on the things that he's given us to do. All of these things are necessary in order for us to start seeing the vision, the future that he has destined for us. And so if the Lord gives you a step, even if you're scared, do it anyway. Even if you don't know how you're going to accomplish it. It's not, the how is not up to you. The how is up to the Lord. So yes, for many of us, the Lord is giving us our how. He's giving us our blueprint. He's giving us the next step in our assignment. For some of you, maybe your next step is to sit down somewhere and allow the Lord to do the work and do the processing that he needs to do in order for you to be where he needs you to be to go to your next level. Everybody is not in a season of action. Some of us are in a season of set down. Some of us are in a season of, okay, you've had your set down, you've had your rest, and now it's time to run. So one thing y'all know I'm big on is knowing your season and knowing, but it all has to come back to your vision. What is the Lord speaking to you? As you spend some time today and spend some time with the Lord and spend some time in prayer, ask him like, okay, Lord, show me so that I don't miss any steps, so that I don't have to go backwards, right? Because many of us have had to go backwards and redo some things, and he gives us those do-overs. Grateful. He gives us the do-overs, but it's also about becoming very clear about what it is you truly want to do. I'm going to reiterate this. Thank you, Spirit. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't get signed. Don't get caught up in something that your heart is not truly in, because you don't want to lose time, right? Our time is our most valuable asset. So in 2025, we need to commit to not wasting time, right? We want to make sure that if we're doing something, we're doing it for all the right reasons. We're doing it because it's in alignment with God's assignment for our lives and our mission. So we're not wasting time, y'all. I told the Lord, I said, and meant it, I'm not wasting time in 2025. I don't have time for that because I've had to backtrack too many times. And so spend some time, sit down, write your vision, make it plain. And then if the Lord gives you an action to take, a step to take, no matter how big or how small, gonna do it, okay? Because he's showing out in 2025, and we receive these blessings all 2025. Anyway, that's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, hydrate your soul in things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing today and 2025, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Lord.